Every time you leave home, another road takes you into a world you were never in. New strangers on other paths await, new places that had never seen you will startle a little at your entry. Hi friends, welcome to my channel. I'm off to another ride to a new location. It's a culturally and historically prominent place, just 70 kilometers from Kolkata, Atpur. Atpur is a perfect example of a village Bengali poets used to describe. It's full of greenery, calm and quiet, and it's an abode of peace. Atpur is well connected by roads and buses are available from Esplanade and Howrah. You can also take the morning Tarakeshwar local. Haripal is the nearest railhead and a short but crowded trekker ride takes you to Atpur. This village has become a great pilgrimage, being the birthplace and playground of Baburam Ghosh, later named as Swami Premanando, a disciple of Lord Ramakrishna. In this village of Atpur, on the night of 24th December 1886, nine intimate disciples of Sri Ramakrishna, including Swami Vivekananda, took the extreme vow of renouncing the world and of living the life of monks. And in this premises of his maternal uncle, this temple of Sri Ramakrishna is built, and in front of his ancestral house, this beautiful and artistic pavilion of lighting of the holy fire has been set up. This is called Dhuni Mondo, in commemoration of the sacred vow of sannyasa taken by the nine disciples of Sri Ramakrishna, including Swami Vivekananda.
Bhaktir bhagascha bhajanang bhavabhedakari gacchantyalang subipulang gamanaya tattvam vaktrodhritantu hridimena cha bhati kinchit tasmat tvameva शरणं मम दीनबन्धु तेजसरन्ति तरसा
Vivekananda used to stay when he came here. On the first floor, this is the room where Sri Sri Ma Sharoda Devi had put up on her visit to Atpur. The Holy Mother, Sharoda Muni, came to Atpur twice, first in February 5th, 1889 and during Durga Puja in 1894 AD.
मम दीनबन्धु
There are interesting stories about the origin of the name Atpur. According to some, Atpur was named after Zamindar Atkar Khan, while others believed that Atpur is a combination of 8 villages of Bhurishreshta kingdom and hence the name Atpur. The temple complex of Radha Gobindo temple houses 5 Shiva temples. Built in the late 18th century, these temples are smaller in size and lack the grace of towering Radha Govindo temple that we will see a little later. 3 out of the 5 temples have only traces of terracotta. It is said that this tree is more than 500 years old. It is said to be a testimony to the child Godadhar, who later became Sri Ramakrishna Paramhansha, along with many other changes of history, and even now, in these times of pandemic. Radha Gobindo Temple. The towering Archala temple has a triple arched entrance, and the entire front face is covered with finest terracotta. Clay from the Ganges was brought and burnt to build this 100 feet high and 47 feet wide structure, adorned with peerless depiction of episodes of Hindu mythology and Bengali social life. This temple was built in 1708 by Sri Krishnalal Mitra when he was Diwan of Raja of Bardhaman. In the year 1786, worshipping started in this temple. None of the panels are similar in this temple. The temple was constructed during an important transition period of the Bengal history. This period marked the end of the Muslim rule and the beginning of the European era. The terracotta panels reflect this transition. Apart from the traditional panels showing images of gods and goddesses, scenes from Ramayana and Mahabharata, Krishna Lila, etc., it also houses a vast number of panels showing European lifestyles, European soldiers with bayonet mounted guns, and hunting scenes with dogs are abundant in the walls of the temple. The speciality of these panels is that it tells about religious integration. There are panels of Hindus, Muslims, Christians. The sculpture consists Meenakari of Rajasthan, 108 lotus, Buland Darwaza, the unique presence of Kali and Durga in a Vaishnava temple, Job Charnak, Babar, Battle of Palasi, and many more. An elaborate Durga panel, complete with Lakshmi, Saraswati, Kartik, Ganesh, and Jaya Vijaya, who are considered to be the friends of goddess Durga, on the central pillar is the prime attraction of the temple. A panel of royal procession, complete with horse drawn chariots, elephants, soldiers, and musicians, are bound to attract the visitor's attention. Another attraction of the complex is the hay-thatched wooden Chondi Mandap. Built in 1747 by Zamindar Sri Krishnaram Mitro, it again proves the enriched art, culture, and philosophy of historic Bengal. These intricate and beautiful woodworks are 275 years old. The information and the history of Radha Madhav temple is so detailed that I will make another video on this beautiful temple. It will also consist of an interview of a resident of the Mitro family giving intricate details of the temple. Artpur is a blessed place, either from the religious point of view or from historic. People here are also proud about their place, but unfortunately, the history is not well preserved. It would have been better if the total temple complex, including the 5 Shiva temples and the Dol Moncho and the Rash Moncho, were undertaken by the government instead of only Radha Madhav temple and the Durga Dalan. It would have preserved the complete structure and history. This brings to the end of this Artpur episode. In the next one, we will be exploring 2 more lovely places very close to Artpur, which are part of this weekend journey. Hope you liked this travel with us. Please like, subscribe, and share and support this effort of ours. Till we meet again, take care and thank you for watching.